Welcome, Hoarders. Today we're going to be playing some more Grand Theft Auto 5, and this testing Tuesday, we're going to be testing the Elegy Retro Custom. That is a very long name. For those of you who don't know, in order to get this car, you have to buy the regular, the Elegy, the regular version of the Elegy, then you have to put it through Benny's. I don't know the exact number. I'll try to find it for you guys. It should be on that GTA fandom site that I use. I believe it's 600 or 800,000, one of those two. So in general, it's not that expensive of a vehicle if you take into account that all you have to do is have a Rockstar Social Club account, and then you can get the regular Elegy for free. The reason I am doing this video is because a very new subscriber to my channel that has actually been active, surprisingly, because I usually don't have active subs. I asked in the last episode where I tested the, I believe it was the Flash GT. I think that's the one that they commented on. If not, it was the Congressetti Cabrio. It was one of those two, because those were my two recent, and they asked for the Elegy Retro. So I am doing it in this episode. Surprisingly, when I got into it to drive to go get the thumbnail, I did not realize it's as quick as it is. Like, it's a fast car. Like, a genuinely fast car, and I don't know how I didn't notice that. I did try to make it look like Paul Walker's one GTR, but I don't remember where I left off. I think I got like halfway through making this car. It's maxed out, but I think I got like halfway through as far as appearance, and then I just stopped because I didn't have enough money, because just fixing up cars in Benny's garage is expensive. So I'm kind of glad that this was the vehicle that was picked for this week's Testing Tuesday, because I didn't have to put any money into it, which is a plus. I do have like $1 million right now, $1,006,000. So I'm not broke, but I'm not rich. Getting into performance, like I said, it's surprisingly quick. Acceleration's more than decent. Handling, it's got that like weird twitchy but like classic muscle feel to the handling, if that makes any sense. Like, it's twitchy, like you can go quick, but then it has quite a bit of understeer for some reason. I actually don't know. I would assume that this would be four-wheel drive, but I think it might only be rear wheel. Let's try that right now. I just went to press triangle to back up. That shows I've been playing way too much Gran Turismo. That's not gonna work. Let's try. I guess we could go head on with the guardrail. I just don't want to crash my ride. No, it's four-wheel drive. That is for sure. What else about this? I don't know. I do prefer this one over the standard Elegy. The standard Elegy has, I might do that next episode. But as far as the handling on the standard Elegy, it feels like a heavy car. I don't know why. I don't know how that transfers in a video game, but it feels like a heavy car. There's just something about it that feels heavy. It's like driving, I don't know, what's another heavy vehicle? It's like driving the Sand King. It kind of feels like driving the Sand King in a certain sense. Not fully. Like, it has the acceleration and stuff, but the handling is like heavy and sloppy. But this one, I think, feels really quite good. The top speed, like I said, it's good, but after getting on the main highway, it didn't feel as fast. Because when I went to do the thumbnail, I was only in the city, so that must have been more of an acceleration thing than anything. Let me head out of Grapeseed here. Um, I really do enjoy it. I just never really got used to using it. I don't really know why. It's, I guess, a lot of like the Fast and Furious based cars that I have on this game, I don't really use that often. Kind of like the Jester Classic. I believe that's what they used for the Toyota Supra. I don't remember, but that's an underwhelming car for some reason. Really don't know much more to add on to this car, so let's head on over to the test track and see what we can get. Okay, have to try this again because I messed it up bad the first time. I messed up the very first turn. I went way too far into the grass. In case anyone was wondering, this is in just the regular sports car category. I would have thought it would have been in Sports Classic, honestly. Considering the name is the Elegy Retro Custom. Apparently Retro isn't as old as Classic. I will say that this car handled very well on that first test. Because, like, the problem with this is if you mess up, you have to finish the race until you can come back and redo it. You can't just redo midway in. But it handled very, very well. Some of these turns you usually have to hit the brakes, and you can just floor it around and it'll hold it really good. So it has some very good grip. And almost, I'd say just about the perfect amount of understeer. Like, you don't really oversteer with it at all. I guess unless you floor it and you just end up sliding the S end out somehow. But the thing that amazed me was going through here. It's going fast, but usually you have to let off the gas going around those turns. Like, you have to let off the gas to be able to hit the apexes right. And this feels fast while not having to do that. You might notice in some of my older videos, I would be like, oh, if you have to let off the gas to go around that turn, or worse, touch the brakes, well, even better, touching the brakes, that means you're going a lot faster. But that also takes into account your braking, or not your braking, your handling. If you have good handling, you're not going to have to hit the brakes as hard, which means you can hit the apexes faster and tighter. 210, I can already tell you that is a very fast time. Like, that is a really good time. I already know it is. Because 2 minutes, 2:06, I think, is the fastest time. So, we'll have to head on over to the leaderboard and see where we placed. On the test track, the Annis Elegy Retro came in 28th place at 2 minutes 10.463 seconds. A very good time. Not as quick as I originally thought it was once I finished the race. However, it's still a quick time. It kind of let me down, though, because at the end of that race, I really thought that that was a great time. But don't get me wrong, it's still a very good time, because we've done, at this point, I think it's our 135th car that we've tested. Very, very good. I don't know, as far as sports cars, the Comet SR is still a sports car, so that's still, I wouldn't say it's your better bet. I mean, it is faster, but it also costs quite a bit more. So you can really go on your own opinion of which one of those two you would want. 1 second over an entire track like that, not even a full second, isn't that much of a difference. Especially doing a GTA race, because there's so many other variables that can be issues. But now let's head on over to the drag track and see what we can get over there. After seeing that we got a 210 on the last one, I will be very, no, I won't be surprised actually. I think we're going to get a good time. I think we're going to be low 30s. Even better, like high 26s. Or, yeah, high 20s. I'm thinking somewhere between 26 and 33. Which is, in like a quarter-mile drag, that's pretty, I think this is closer to half mile than quarter mile. What do we get? 24.327. That is a quick time. I was afraid to go to like say 20, between 25 and 32, or 25 and 33. So we got a very, very good time on that one. So let's now head on over to the leaderboard and see where we placed. On the drag track, we finished in 30th place at 24.327 seconds, tied with the Shafter V12. That is kind of a letdown though, because the Shafter V12 doesn't feel like that quick of a vehicle. That's just how it is. Like, it doesn't feel that quick. But 30th place overall, 30th place out of 135 cars is a very good time. It's just how these lists work. It's going to make it look worse. Like, say, if that was the second car I tested, it would have probably come second, depending on, obviously, what the first car I tested was. So, 30th place, I don't think that's bad at all. It's up there with other very quick cars, like the Vigilante, which was the Batman Mobile, or the Batmobile, or whatever you call it. So it was reasonably quick. Speaking of the Batmobile, I wanted to clarify this for those of you who haven't been watching these. Any vehicle like the Vigilante, the rocket car, or the Mark 1 and Mark 2 rocket bike, if I test those types of vehicles, I do not use the rockets. They have to be under their own power, so I will not use any of the rockets during that. But, as always, post in the comments down below of a vehicle you'd like to see me test in the next episode of Testing Tuesday. If you post it and I haven't already tested it, most likely it will be done in the next episode. But that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click one of my previous, next, and related videos. And don't forget to check out my other social medias in the description down below.